Hello, my beautiful words of love and light, and welcome to this weekly reading from October 3rd to October 9th. My name is Sabrina. If you're new here, what I usually do is I do an overall energy in Instagram or Facebook, and then I do the extended here. So let's talk October energies. At the end of October, the 25th of October, we're going to see a solar eclipse, and then November 8th, there's going to be a lunar eclipse. So eclipse season is coming up. That's why I've spoken about how energetic October will be. Eclipse seasons are all about showing up, like revealing all that we've been working on this past years, but also this past year we have been like having a lot of changes in our body and our minds and everything, and eclipse season is just going to be like lifting the veil of the illusion kind of thing. And we'll talk about that obviously when the time comes. I just wanted to get you ready for it because October, there's going to be some gateways and portals that are opening as well that we'll talk about when that happens. But right now we have October 8th, Pluto goes direct. It's been in retrograde since April 29th, and Pluto is our destroyer planet in the system. It's also the awakening card in the tarot is ruled by Pluto, and Pluto is also rules Scorpio, which is the death card. So it's like death and rebirth, basically. Right? So there's a feeling here of we're going to start to see clearly through all of this, the death of the old and moving into this new energy. Things are starting to feel a bit like more free. I don't know how you're feeling, but I feel it too. I feel like there is an expansion of consciousness happening at this very moment in time, and it's like it's not like visible to the eye. It's just a feeling. Like it's like things are just like calmer in the mind, I guess, in the soul. It's just like a free flowing. And then October 9th we have the Aries full moon. Aries is all is ruled by Mars, and Mars is a warrior planet. Mars will be going into retrograde at the end of October as well, so that's something to look at. But the fact is that the full moon's all about release, and I feel like we're releasing a little bit of this control energies that we've had, controlling how we should heal, controlling how we are on this journey, controlling, like we've put as much as we have, we're trying to let it go and let it flow and trust the process. We're also controlling these energies, right? We're like, well, I need to do this, I need to release, I need to like, instead of just letting it happen. So Aries is kind of that like breath of fresh air, like just let it go, let all these expectations of how this journey is supposed to be, how we're supposed to feel, how and just release it into the ethers. So I wasn't going to talk about Aries full moon, but I guess I am. So this is what's happening. Because it's going to happen next Sunday when I do this thing. But what I really want to talk about, my aha moment of the week, is the programming, right? So we all know that we are programmed, right? Maybe not all of us know that, but we are programmed. That when we came into this vessel, we programmed our experiences, we programmed our emotions, we programmed the people we're going to meet, we programmed everything. Because we are pure souls and we needed to experience some things to release our karmas, to release the connections with people or whatever, or just release this these traumas and tragedies that we've carried on for lifetimes. So we're in the process of reprogramming. I mean, you can choose to reprogram, or you can choose to stay in the program. It's like nobody has like dominion over you, right? You have free will or divine will, however you want to see it. So I'm in the process of reprogramming because last weekend I went out with we went away. I went away for the weekend with a friend of mine, and we were just sitting there and we're talking about this, and I was like, wow. Basically, our body is a computer, right? We are the robot. which is clear. Everybody is a robot in this earth, but we're light in this robot. And how we choose to, how we program our robot is how we will live our life, right? So we've lived a conditioned life. We've lived a life of, we had this, we went to school, we were educated and programmed, and we go to work because that's all we know. We knew that we had to work and to make money so we could to pay off our rent or our mortgages and to travel. We lived in a box. We created this for ourselves. And now we're realizing, no, we have so much more power than this. Why did we actually choose to create this box for ourselves, right? And now we're seeing the power that we have, that we don't, that's just an illusion. That's just something we created. Yes, we did it, and we take responsibility for the creation of that, but we can uncreate it as well. So when I was talking about programming, I was like, we're like, the immediate, I'm dating myself, but that's life. So when I went to school, we had to take computer science, and we had to learn these prompts, like the MS-DOS prompts, right, to create the actual command in the computer for it to work. And I didn't do very well in that course, but because I didn't want to be programmed, probably. And it just came to me. It's like everything you say and everything you think gets programmed in your body, because your body is the computer, right? So let's say you say, if I eat pasta every single day, then I will get fat. Cancel, clear, delete. If I don't teach my children this, then they'll be stupid. Cancel, clear, delete. Like all these things that we've told ourselves. And we believe these things, right? If I don't pray to God every night, then he will do this. And okay, that's a command that's been put inside your body, and this will happen. And this is why we continuously hit stumbling blocks in our lives, or we continuously get fat or get too skinny or whatever. Or meet the wrong people, or whatever that means, or meet these or feel like this, and it's just oh my God, we're doing this to ourselves, and we just don't even realize it. We keep doing the same loop over and over and over again, continuously. And so, how to reprogram is to actually talk and to think differently. That say, okay, when I eat this ice cream, it's just going to flow right through me, and metabolize itself out, right? Speed up my metabolism. It's just it's a constant reminder, but it's to keep it. You only have to say it once to yourselves, by the way, and if you bring up the other one, then that'll cancel it, right? So it's always it's work. But how else do we want to move into a new energy? We need to work at it. We need to erase the old program. That's how you erase the old stories. It's a way of it's transformative, definitely, in our lives, because it changes everything. Because every little doubt, every little hesitation gets programmed inside your body, so that will materialize. Because things don't materialize in the instant. You could say something, and then the programming takes a while, and it says, okay, it's time for it to be materialized now. So it's very aha moment. And the living in the now is a good way to reprogram your mind, because you're not focusing on the past and this is what I have to do, and this fight or flight, that's what your mind wants to live in survivor mode. Oh my God, but in the past I did this, and what about in 5 years from now? I'm not gonna make enough money, and living in the now, you're kind of effing up the program, because you're just going with the flow and trusting the soul, and you're honoring your soul, which is another aha moment. Is we don't honor our soul. We haven't honored our soul in the longest of time, because we're always moving, having to do something, things have to be done, instead of just listening, right? So listening to your soul is like waking up in the morning saying, how can I honor, this is what I say every morning now, how can I honor my soul today? And they're like, get up and da-da-da. So I just do things as that. So now I'm going to bring up something because I've been told this by many people. Well, they're like, well, you don't have children and you're not married and you don't have a corporate job and you don't have this. So of course you can live in the now. And then I say, I call bullshit. I was like, because you're giving me excuses about what? Because I have other things that you don't have and I still manage to go through them. So I'm not saying I'm better than you or you're better than me, but all of it is like an excuse. All of this is victimhood. All of it is like blaming, shaming yourself, other people for what you don't have, what you can't have, because you can have anything you want in your life. And I can have anything I want in my life, but we're all stuck in programming. And we're trying to reprogram our lives. So, and we've done this over and over and over again. We dishonor our soul by not listening to it because my child has to do this, because I work for these kinds of people. But then it's like, it's fine, you do it, but then you're going to be in that loop for years and years to come, because you're only like one white lie that you do, one little like dishonor of the soul is 7 years to clear in your body. So like, this is huge. This is like huge. So it's like clearing out all that information, clearing out all that, everything you've read, you've like listened to, you've heard, you've learned, whatever from the past is an old energy. And the more we get stuck in that energy, the more we like loop in that energy, the more you stay in that energy, instead of like moving into a new energy where you can create new experiences, where you can like new experiences, because we don't know what the new energy, there's like the future is unwritten in this new energy. It has never been done before in the lifetime, in the history of the galactic worlds where we're heading, right? Because we are coming from a future that we have to have rectified, and now we're in that moment in time where, okay, we are choosing an old or a new. And to live in that new energy means to release that old completely, which is really like challenging, because we're so used to living in the box of the illusion, because we've done it all of our life, if you think about it now, right? So I'm not saying it's easy, but we're all in this together, and we all have to hold hands together, and we have to move through this together. But the more people want to live in the illusion, the longer it takes to get to that new energy. So the more that, the more aha moments we get, the more we can congregate and talk about these things and say, okay, how can we do this? The easier the flow will get. And for me, the easiest thing is to really listen to the soul. I keep telling all my clients and all my friends, it's just like, just listen. And it's like, obviously it's like, oh yeah, like instant gratification. No, man, because we have never listened to the soul, really. We've only preoccupied ourselves with the mind. So now it's time to just like truly listen. If you want to like start it, and you don't want to do it on a weekday because you're like, start on a Saturday or Sunday to see how it goes and see how it flows, and see that, like, if your soul says to quit your job, then the moment that you quit your job because your soul told you to quit your job is the moment that your life begins to change again. It's like I've done a lot of that, and I've done like made some crazy choices in my life where people are like, yo, what are you doing? But I'm honoring it because I trust it. And I know that maybe right now it doesn't look like it's a great idea for people, but it doesn't matter, right? It matters what matters for you. At that moment in time, it'll eventually like materialize for you. All is now, in the now moment. Everything that happened in the past, like for me, everything that happened yesterday and on is an old energy That's how I see it. That's how I choose to move forward in my life. So, like I keep, like, people ask, what did you do yesterday? I'm like, I don't remember. I really don't, actually, because I'm probably programming and that I don't really want to remember it. I do remember, obviously, there's memories from my past that I do remember and that are dear and dear to me. But there's also memories from my past that I don't, that were not great, but I've learned to emotionally detach from them. It's the greatest thing in the world. I could see it as like, okay, he screwed me over. Awesome. Like, and I'm like, it is what it is. It had to happen. So just the way you're going to reprogram yourself is the way you're going to reprogram, because everyone is has different codings, has different purposes, whatever. So you reprogram your life or build your life however you want, however it feels good, but as long as you follow your soul. That's my last piece of advice, because the soul is who has brought you here. The soul is who will bring you, and the soul is just a fractal. It's just a fractal of your actual soul that's there in the future, waiting to come back and integrate into your body, waiting for you to clear all these energies. All right, my beautifuls. This is the last of me. So every week I'm always like, I'm gonna do it shorter, but anyways, I get more impassioned every single week. All right, so enjoy this week of October and pause, reflect, enjoy the calming energies of it. We are going to move into some heavier energies coming up at the end of October. I mean, there's already movement happening in Iran and in the rest of the world. So this is what's supposed to happen. We're supposed to see change and turmoil. This is how Mother Earth makes the change, moves away from the old stories and into the new. All right, I love you, and I'll see you in your readings. Bye. So I forgot about the pull of cards, so I'm back, and I will give you the winner of this week's free one-question reading. Adriana Ferry is the winner this week. So you know what to do. Reach out to me on Instagram or wherever you would like and send me one question, and I will record that for you. All right, so I'm not going to be doing free readings into the month of October, but I probably might bring it back for the holidays. So we'll see. Or whenever, because you know me, I fly by the seat of my pants or by my soul. All right. I love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Aries. We got harmonic flight as your overall energy. So harmonic flight in this card is very interesting because it's exactly what I was talking about last week about the mirror work, like projecting off of each other. So here, in this case, it's like either you and yourself or you and someone in your life. Could be romantic relationship, could be a family friend or a friend, could be someone that is projecting something that you're not feeling comfortable with in your life. I do feel a sense of discomfort here. I feel like some of you are having to face off with this person in your life, or with yourself again, and how these emotions are arising within you. It almost feels to me like some of you might have made decisions that I don't know. There's just this feeling like you're like having to come up against this again. Over and over and over again. I feel like some of you may have made decisions in past relationships or coming to terms with like how people are in your life. You're having to face that illusion, right? You're having to face that like, okay, but if they're like this, then that's something within me as well, and I need to face this as well. I hope you understood what I'm saying here because it's okay, let's see from the cards. So this week I'm doing something a little bit different once again. I'm doing past energy, which is an Empress energy, present, which is a Seven of Swords energy. Interesting. Then I have a challenge card. Then I have the future, and I have the advice. So I'm going to open the future, which is Ten of Cups, which we love to see. If I just look at the past, present, and future, the past, and let's look at the challenge. Nine of Swords energy. Okay. We're going to look at the past energy, the Empress card. So the Empress is this energy of taking care of your life, taking care, like she is very much a proactive family, you know, friends, like very much in control of her life. Taurus, Libra energy. She knows how to enjoy her life to the fullest. She also, like, she knows how to, she nurtures people. She takes care of everyone else in her life. She takes care of, like, you know, like it's that Empress energy of like the Emperor counterpart, but more in a softer, nurturing kind of way. So some of you maybe had your own businesses, or maybe you were in loving relationships where you maybe gave a lot of the love, where you were the one who was the caregiver, right? The I almost feel like you've always had kind of control of your life, kind of thing. You've always had the, like, I don't want to say the upper hand, but almost like you were the end all and be all, whether in these relationships or with yourself as well. Like you just had, like, you knew how to luxuriate in life. You knew how to fully grasp the flow of life. In the current situation, you're at the Seven of Swords. So I never really want to see this in any kind of reading, but the Seven of Swords is betrayal, lies, dishonesty, low self-worth. Just the Seven is like always truth and consequences. The Seven is having faith as well in yourself. But here the Swords energy is mental energy. So it's a lot of like heavy energies, anxiety, stresses, but it's really usually like dishonesty. So it could be someone is being dishonest with you, or you're being dishonest with yourself. And you coming from that Empress energy where you are completely a giving, gracious person, and now you find yourself here, and your challenge is the Nine of Swords energy, which is once again insomnia. Like it's almost like you're fighting against yourself right now, Aries. Like I almost feel like, because this mirror work has shown up here, I feel like you're almost up against yourself. You are, I feel like some of you know what you need to do. I feel like you know that you are a caring human. You know that you are industrious and resourceful as well. You know that you can pick yourself up off your feet in no time. I'm saying that because here I see you in a little bit of a distress. I see some of you unhappy with people around you, like disappointed. I don't think that this is a surprise to you, actually. It feels very heavy to me. I feel like some of you have gone through or will go through a little bit of a release of anxiety or stress or heartbreak even. Some of you are holding it in. You're not wanting to see it, because I really do feel like Seven of Swords, I'm sorry, but I feel like someone in your life is derailing you, lying to you. I mean, there could be cheating as well, but there's this feeling of you being lied to. And I would say it's you, but I think it's someone else, because the challenge is the Nine of Swords, and you're knowing it. You're knowing it, and you're not sleeping because of it. You're knowing it, but because you're not feeling great about it, and you can't ignore it anymore. The fact that these two show up in this present and challenge for me speaks of like, it's like the messages are coming and they're showing them up. They're mirroring them. They're coming in your face. That's what's projecting right now. And it's like, you're not facing the fears. You're not facing them. And it's like, hey, what are you doing, Aries? You know that regardless of what this is, you have the power to get up and move on. You have the power to start this new life again, because you've done this before. So I don't know who this needs to hear this, and I don't know if it's all the Aries out there, but there's a little bit of a disillusionment on your part with people in your life. Like you're surprised that they would actually act this way, or you're surprised that, I mean, are you surprised? I don't think you're surprised. That's why it's showing up here. And it's like, but it almost feels like with the mirror here is like, stop blaming them, stop shaming, stop like putting that energy on them, and don't put it on yourself either. But it's time to release yourself from it, right? This wants to happen. This is happening to you because you're needing to see it, cut right through it with these swords. You've been given a lot of messages throughout these past few months, whatever years, and now it's coming head to head, and it's time to see clearly through that. Like, use these swords to clearly see through the illusion of what is happening here in front of you, that you've been either avoiding, or you've been too busy playing a victim of it, or blaming someone else for it, or shaming someone else for it, or feeling bad about it, or going through these emotions about it. But instead of like diving into that kind of energy, it's release it. Release this person from you, forgive, and let's go move on, because the future is the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is the happiest cup in the tarot. It's like, it's almost like you needing to be here, which I kind of like, Aries. You are, like, I hope that there's a lot of Aries watching this, because it's like, we've been giving you these hints, these messages, many times, and you're still like whirling around in it. You're still like not wanting to look at it, face it, and like just move on from it. You're getting stuck in it. And we're not here to change other people, but we're here to help ourselves through this journey. And people don't realize that when you help yourself through this journey, you're actually helping everyone else, even the ones that have like hurt you and disappointed you. But you don't have to do it directly. If they consistently are like, I feel like consistently are like in your face, projecting this, and you're not like, and you're putting a veil on your face kind of thing, you're masking it, you won't be able to get to this Ten of Cups energy. So it's time to face it. And the advice is the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is an interesting energy for advice, because pages are people younger than you, but Pentacle energy is security, stability, financial security. It's like it's a earth energy. So this speaks of a lot of greatness here, that something is holding you back in this current moment from moving into this stability, this like beautiful family life, this beautiful dream life, right? This more rooted, grounded journey. Instead, here you're fully mental, fully like you're in your head, and it's like obstructing this path here that's waiting for you. Let's go. there's like a new opportunity coming your way. Maybe travel, maybe like I see two mountains here, or there's a bird etched in here, like freedom. It feels like that, like, or just like a settled feeling to me right now. That's what this feeling is to me. It's to like step away from this, fully release yourself, forgive the other person, but it's just, there's something not working here, and you keep whirling around in it, and they keep like showing you the message over and over and over again, and you're forgetting who you were, the Empress, whether you're a man or a woman watching this, like Empress, Emperor, you're in your own way. Like, face that mirror of yours. Accept the fact that you've been with this person and he's lied and cheated, or she has lied and cheated, and it's because you lied to yourself. That you don't trust yourself, and forgive yourself for it and move on. Wow. All right. So I'm going to give you a full moon card. I wasn't going to do the full moon, but I'm doing it now. So just go into the flow. For Aries, please. Okay. Your card is a full moon in Aquarius. Be real. Can come at a more opportune time. It's time to be real with yourself. It's time to step back into this Empress, Emperor role of yours. Know that you can do anything independently on your own. Like, do things for you, so you can help others. But right now you're in a position where you are too overshadowed by these swords energies. These 7, 9 of swords, which is like a lot of heavy energy to carry around. This is your energy, and this is someone else's like betrayal. But it's also not to sit in ire or hatred or sadness towards this. It's to come out of this with your power back and moving into something completely new. It's to face yourself, to find that harmonic like convergence, find that harmonic what is it saying? It's not convergence, but harmonic flight. Like, find it and release it. All right, my beautiful Aries. Check your rising and your moon like usual if you need other messages. Otherwise, I love you, and I'll see you next week. And do like, comment, subscribe. All right, bye. Hello, my beautiful Taurus. We got endless opportunities. So we have this beautiful girl with like bubbles, with butterflies in it. And for me, it's like endless opportunities are coming your way, but I feel like you've been offered a lot of opportunities or messages or new paths or new directions to take, and some of you may have rejected them, some of you may have not listened, and they're like, hey Taurus, we keep sending you all these different chances, I guess, these different paths to take, and you keep rejecting us, and it's time to start listening. So that's what I feel that this card is. Or it could just be very simple, that there are new opportunities coming your way, but nothing is simple. So I've done a little bit of changing here. So we're doing past, which is the 3 of Wands energy, present, which is the 6 of Wands, which is success. It's nice. And the challenge and the future, which is the Knight of Cups, Pisces energy, and the advice. So in the past, we see a 3 of Wands energy, which is an Aries, which I always describe as, I always like to talk about this journey in the Wands because it's the Emperor At the Ace of Wands, he sees an opportunity, he wants to marry the Empress. At the Second of Wands, he's at the crossroads, should I or shouldn't I? At the Three of Wands, he's like, I'm making the decision and I'm going for it. So I feel like in the past energy here is like, maybe these opportunities have presented themselves and you made decisions and you're like, you know what, I'm going to do this tarot business, I'm going to do this film, I'm going to do this like book, I'm going to publish it, I'm going to start this new job, I'm going to do this. So there is that feeling that you have taken some initiative here of making a move. And which is interesting, in the current energy, you have been successful at it. Because Six of Wands is Leo energy. It's like very victorious. It's accomplishment. It's success. Let's see what's going on here. What the challenge is. The Chariot. Interesting. The Chariot is Cancer energy, but the Chariot is, as you see, it's moving. It's like making a decision to go ahead with something, to travel, to move away from somewhere. Wow, this is so Taurus right now. I love it. This is what this is all about, because here we see you're like, right now in your life, you're kind of settled again in your life. When it comes to, I see more career and maybe relationships as well. Like things feel a bit more settled in your life, and you've taken advantage of some of these opportunities that come your way, but still not all of them, because you're challenged with this. So some of you were probably offered a message to leave, to move away and do something somewhere else, and you didn't listen because that's not Taurus. Like, that's, what do you mean? I gotta uproot my life. Maybe some of you were getting the message to get married somewhere, or maybe some of you were getting to do this, to whatever it is, to start a new life somewhere else in another country or city, or maybe some of you were like, why don't you travel more? Why don't you explore more? Why don't you? All these things, these like uprooting your home, uprooting your family. You were being given these messages. Not all of us, some of us, yes, but we're not listening. And this is a challenge, is that you're needing to listen. You could be feeling really good and you're doing really well. You're feeling very accomplished in your life right now, but you are living very safe. You're living in the box. My relationship is good, my career is good, that this is this and this, and then Spirit comes in and says, hey, I need you to move. I need you to uproot everything and go. And you're like, no, I'm not doing that, because I'm safe now. Everything is finally secure in my life. And that is not where we need to be. That's not where you need to be right now. I know you're like, what do you mean? Like, being safe and secure is actually good. It's like, no, because the Chariot is showing up here, and it's like, for me, it's Spirit, it's soul, it's Creator, it's God, it's universe saying, hey, no, I don't want you there, Taurus. You're a forerunner in this. You need to listen to all these little bubbles of ideas, inspirations that come to your mind. A lot of us think, oh, these are no, they can't happen. But they're coming in there because they're you. They're coming in there because, yeah, you're supposed to make to go for it. We're supposed to be living in an imaginative world. Like, we live in, like, I'm just gonna say, like, if we live in an inverted matrix. So if everyone says, well, you're just a big imagination, okay, invert it then. So yeah, I gotta go with my imagination and just run with it, because the future is the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups, Pisces energy, is like love coming towards you, a relationship coming towards you, a commitment coming towards you, but it's also you opening yourself up to perhaps a new way of loving life, or perhaps a new way of looking at life with different eyes, more heart-centered. and less like, well, I'm making money now, I'm doing this, that, you know, like very Taurus mind. This is heart. So very interesting energy. I love it. Because the Chariot is water energy. Water's emotion, it's healing. It's like facing up to these things. And it's like really starting to listen into the heart. It's all coming up here. Cups, it's heart. Your challenge is your heart, and the future said the only way you get to this where you need to be is from here, and less from here, which is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is it's fire energy. It's not really mind energy, but it's also a lot about like success and making, like being status, and you know, that kind of energy. Okay, the hand. And so I'm feeling like you're needing to start listening more to where it's directing you. And even though you're like a part of you is like, well, I everything feels secure and stable, then that's almost not where you need to be, which is really interesting. You're almost needing to just flow and go with like whatever the message is coming in. So your advice, Taurus, is the Page of Cups. Again, heart energy. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So like we have like your challenge as a Cancer is the heart, and your future and your advice are heart again. So for me, I don't know if anyone is single out there, or there is this new love coming in for you guys that's been waiting for a long time to enter into your life, and it's coming in. But it's like you having to let go of any hang-ups. It's you having to let go of what you see as the box, what you see as the way it should be. Letting go of the shoulds, the coulds, the obligations kind of thing, and just letting love flow in. Even if you're married or partnered or what have you, there is a feeling of releasing a bit. Like just letting things flow and stop following rules and stop following how your relationships should be and could be and all this crapola. But listening, I really feel like some of you are not listening in to the messages coming in, because there is either a new love coming in, or there's a new way of loving showing up. Because you see the card is she's like turned away from this. Like she's almost walking away from the stability of life and moving into something more liberating and heart-centered and soul-centered. Wow, I think this is going to show up like this. I'm going to give you a full moon energy card. Okay, that's fast. Last quarter moon in Pisces. Pisces showing up again. Talk less, feel more. Again, it's like we're needing you to go in, stop talking so much that you need to make this money, I need to do this because this is the way that and just feel it. Heart. Listen in. Where is it taking you? Like I literally, if you didn't listen to my intro, this is really, I wake up every morning and I say, how can I honor my soul? Listen. It tells you, well, you need to get up and move to Antarctica, then you go. Without any questions, because then there's something there waiting for you. This is how we're needing to live more and more. And that's these endless opportunities showing up, and you're not taking them because they're like ludicrous in your mind, or that means I have to uproot my whole life. And that's your challenge this week. So start listening. My beautiful Taurus, I love you. As usual, check your rising and your moon for other messages. And it's time to step into this bravery, right? Let's just go with the flow. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Like, comment, and subscribe as usual. All right, bye. Hello, my beautiful Gemini. We got radical expansion. So look at this beautiful card with the dragon. wings, and there's a woman here with her hands in the air, and there's a rainbow. It's just so beautiful and fantastical. But radical expansion is exactly that. So we're heading into a like the past few weeks after the September equinox, there was a expansion of consciousness that happened with a lot of us, and like a lot of us found ourselves seeing clearly, or like being more creative, or being more like living more in this fantastical world, or being more imaginative, seeing things like differently out there as well, or inside. So this is exactly that energy. It's like, go tap into your imagination, tap into that creativity of yours, tap into what you never thought could be in your life, and start doing it. I think I spoke to this in Taurus, but we all live in an inverted matrix. So whatever you think is so out there is actually possible. Think of life like that. Like you say, oh no, I can't do that. Remember when you say I can't do that, you're I don't know why I'm doing this. You're programming it inside because this is the meridian, I guess, maybe. But you're programming inside your body. You're programming your body saying, I can't do this, and cancel, clear, delete. I can't do this because da da da. So your body's like, okay, she can't do this, or he can't do this. So very interesting. Just freaking like do things, explore, enjoy life to the fullest. Things that you never really believed that you could do. That's that feeling I'm getting. So let's see what's going on here. In your past energy, we have the Three of Swords, which is heartbreak, agony, angst, grief. In your present, we have the Page of Swords. I have to tell you, this Page of Swords has been showing up in everybody's reading this week, in my clients, everywhere. So Page of Swords is that energy of newness, of walking into something completely fresh. That's where you are right now. This is your challenge, and this is the future card, is the Six of Swords, which is walking away. And this is your advice. So what do we see here, Gemini? Which is very beautiful, because the Page of Swords is you. It's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Three of Swords, actually look, it's all Swords energy. It's all you. The Three of Swords is Libra, and the Six of Swords is Aquarius. And your challenge is not you. It's the Eight of Pentacles, which is a Virgo, but it's the Eight of Pentacles is work or study. So very interesting. So we're coming from hurt. Like in the current situation, some of you are wanting to start something fresh, something new. Perhaps you want to quit your job, move into a new job. Maybe you want to expand your business. Maybe you want to start your own business. Like there's a lot of this feeling here. We're coming at the end of the Mercury in retrograde. So Mercury is in direct. It's time to like put out all the stops and go for it, right? There's this feeling of you, but you're being challenged. So interesting, Gemini, because here you are like ready to get clear about things, right? It doesn't have to be about the job. It could be getting clear about your relationship, writing things down. Perhaps some of you are in a process of writing a contract down because you got hurt here, right? Like a separation or a divorce, or like a mutual contract that you need to write down. I just feel like there's there's clarity and vision happening, like clarity and vision, like getting clear about things. Some of you, this is out of, I don't know, maybe it's happening. Some of you are writing a book about this heartache, this tragedy in your life. Maybe you want to write a memoir. Maybe you want to have poetry, or maybe there is. Maybe it's song lyrics, I don't know what it is, but there is something. Some of you are actually using this pain and writing it, singing it, marketing it, you know, like there's that feeling of cleansing it from you by the use of media. Not every single one of you, of course, but there is a feeling of you learning from this lesson here from the past and moving into and expanding it, like using this grief, using this sadness, using this breakup to better yourself. I like this energy, girls and boys. But some of you are challenged by your jobs, by your schoolwork, by your classes, by something that you are like, I feel like some of you might want to quit your job and you're like, no, I can't because I need money to this, and you're programming yourselves again. You're not living in this world of like possibilities. I feel like some of you are ready to make a break and do something that you've never thought of doing, or maybe send your book and make a movie of it, a documentary of it, or whatever it is. I just feel like there's a part of you that wants to do something other than your normal, and you keep falling back into the rut, into the routine, saying no, I can't because I have to do this and I have to do that, and have the you know, that BS crapola stuff that we do to ourselves. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's time for a change. It's time for you to step away from this routine life. It's time to step away. A lot of you have had to deal with some really heavy breakup, or some heavy trauma in your life, or maybe it's like old trauma creeping up on inside of you, and it's like, okay, it's time to clear it now. The Page of Swords. It's time to release yourself from it. Forgive it and leave it. Let it go. What are we holding on to? The more we hold on to it, the more we stay in that old energy, and we're wanting to move forward. And it's okay that like some of you, like maybe in doing this new taking on this new path, this new journey, you might not have all the money that you think that you don't have, but you do, right? The universe always provides. It's all in your thoughts that you can't, because the future card is you leaving, is like you stepping onto that journey and moving forward. It's you like actually making that move towards what you really want, what really like where you find that clarity, where you find this kind of energy again, this creativity and this imagination again. It's not the routine that's keeping you. It's keeping you down right now, but it's not fulfilling you at all. And you are in the process of this, and it's time to make the future is saying it's time to make that move. And a lot of it, I see people actually making that move, and it's going to be good. And your advice is the Ace of Pentacles, which is amazing. The advice is like, when you make this move, we will provide. You have no worries about finance. You have no worries about abundance. You have nothing to worry about stability, security. You have nothing to worry about this new relationship. It's coming for you. Whatever it is, there's this feeling of where you need to be. It's exactly where you need to be, Gemini. And you almost needed to face this. You needed to feel these feels of the Three of Swords to get you to this place of clarity. And to do the things that you want to do, regardless if you think that you don't have enough money. And these are all programs in your mind that you don't have. You have lack. Lack is program. We are abundant beings of light. We have it all. It's to reprogram that in your mind and truly believe it. Truly trust in the process. It's time to go for what it is that you want. Because when you do, the Ace of Pentacles shows up. That means things are going to start to work in your favor. Right, Gemini. I love these things, man. Okay, so I'm going to give you a full moon card for Gemini, please. This one, this one, this one. Okay. Full moon in Virgo. Take inspired action. So the only action that you need to take is this current energy. Like, get inspired by this, clearing the clutter, like stripping away that old energy, which is this hurt, disappointment, heartbreak, and even saying goodbye to this routine, this like, this is the way everything should be in my life, these shoulds, these obligations, blah blah. And it's time to move. It's time to do what is you want to do. To do what you want to do, right? Because when you take the action, this will follow. The Ace of Pentacles. It just feels right to me. So I don't know who needs to hear this, but whoever is on the fence of doing something completely off kilter, off like their normal path, do it. You have nothing to lose, and actually, if your soul is telling you to do it, you need to do it. Take the action. Go for it. You'd be surprised what's waiting for you on the other side. All right, my beautiful Gemini. If this didn't resonate, you check your rising and your moon. And also, please like, comment, and subscribe. And have a great week of October. Take the time to listen in. I love you. Hello, my beautiful Cancer. So, if we had bloopers right now, you would have heard me singing The Sound of Music right before I said this card. So, the sound of the universe is gorgeous to me. When I would see this card in the past, I would always assume that it's like sound healing, which is beautiful too, like or listening to music, which I think that it's a good thing if you have any frequency playlists. It's a good thing to listen to that, get you more connected. But for me, this is listening to the universe, listening to your soul. I feel like some of you have been, a lot of things have emerged this past week or past few weeks that have like a little bit of a wake-up call to you, that have felt a bit uncomfortable perhaps, that maybe something that like didn't make you feel like at your best, let's say, but everything happens for a reason. So listen to the messages, basically. Whatever happened to you happened because it was for you to wake up to the fact that maybe I need to take a step back. Maybe I need to stop spending money. Maybe I need to stop worrying so much about this. Maybe I need to stop, like, there's so many different messages that come through when we listen. So let's see what's going on with you, Cancers. In your past energy, you have the Queen of Cups, which is you, Cancer. I like to see you when you always show up. In your present, you have the Five of Cups, which is an interesting energy right now. Okay, this is your challenge. This is your future, which is the Empress. Gorgeous cards, and I didn't want to look at that. That's your advice. So in your past energy, we have the Queen of Cups, which is Cancer. The Queen of Cups could always be like a mother, a maternal role, a mentor, female, usually in your life, or it could be you, you coming into your own, your spirituality perhaps, or the nurturingness of you, or the healing part of you. There's just a feeling of calm, and that's how you've always dealt with life, kind of never been agitated. You always are more level-headed than most when it comes to certain situations in your life. You've always been very nurturing to everybody. And it's very interesting that in the current position, the Five of Cups shows up, which in this card you don't really see the original card is that here she has all the 4 cups and 1 cup is on the side. In the original, there's 3 cups up but 2 cups down, and he's looking on to a greater pasture, but in behind he's a bit depressed. So the 5 of Cups is a feeling of like you're not feeling at the utmost in this current time of your life, right? You have that capacity to be that way, or you have like maybe female maternal figures or mentors that have always helped you, to encourage you, supported you, you've always had that backup plan kind of thing, and now you're feeling like a bit like lost in your life at this moment in time. Remember, but the 5 of Cups is like, as lonely or depressed as you are, there's like all these cups that are up, right? So there is hope kind of thing. But your challenge is the 9 of Crystals. Well, how interesting. The 9 of Crystals is the 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles is a Virgo energy. It's all about financial independence. It's all about standing on your own. Look at this, Cancer. Some of you are perhaps having problems when it comes to finances, and you're not feeling like you're being hard on yourself for not being where you want to be financially. Like you could be at a better place right now, and yet you're not, and you're like downing it out on yourself. Some of you might have had some financial setbacks in this past week or this past few weeks or month, and you're taking it out on yourself again. And that's why the sound of the universe is here, because it's like, listen, come on, Cancer. You have to know by now that if there's a financial setback, or if there is maybe a setback in your self-worth or your confidence, it's because it's a message. It's like maybe you need to start to trust the universe a bit more and stop worrying so much about the next step, and just let it go. Let the process just happen. We provide for you is the message here. Always. We will always provide for you. But the moment that you distrust that is the moment that you'll get a message. Wow. Because the future is the Empress card. And the Empress is this, I love that she has these 3 versions of herself here. Or it could be 2 of your girlfriends, or 2 of your friends, or whatever it is. But I really feel like it's you and 3 facets of you. And it's like the Empress is resourceful. The Empress always finds a way at materializing anything that she wants in her life. The Empress is full of love. The Empress is fully abundant at all times. She sits in her garden of love and always finds a way to harvest something. And you have these beautiful past and future energies here, of these very strong female energies around you, divinely feminine. Could be you, it could be others around you. Just take advantage of that kind of support that's around you. I kind of like this, and I feel like you're downing it out a little bit too much within yourself, Cancer, and you're needing to look out there for support. And it's okay to go like this, to dip. It's okay to do it, but you don't have to ever dip, because when you start to trust the universe, life will flow. Wow. Your advice is the 3 of Cups, which is kind of interesting because we got these 3 Empresses here showing up, the 3. It's like you have a beautiful support system out there. Continue enjoying your life. Go out there, like spend time in nature, go to the mountain, there's a full moon that's happening on the Sunday at the end of this week. Go out there, like take in these energies. It's just a feeling of you actually coming together with others. You don't have to do things alone, Cancer. You can reach out to others for help, for advice, mothers perhaps, or females in your life, to help you through these like down times. We're not here to do things alone, and it's like a misconception that we're here alone. We're here with like thousands and millions of other light beings. We're going to walk together through these tough times, and you're going through a little bit of a tough time, and could be financial and it could be emotional, but whatever it is, you're not alone, Cancer. And that is a beautiful message for you this week. And you have like a lot of support around you, a lot of people. Maybe you might even have mother, again I feel mother energies here, but mother, grandmother, or female mentor energies that are going to help you through this. Maybe they can give you lend a hand when it comes to finances for the moment, or just help you through this. There's just a really good feeling of togetherness here for you, Cancer. You're not alone. I love it. I'm going to give you one last message for your full moon in Aries. I feel like you want to talk to me, so we're going to listen to you. Aw, be proud of yourself. I love it. Be proud of where you've come, how far you've come, regardless of these setbacks. Everybody has setbacks, regardless of whatever obstacles in the road for you right now, whatever emotional downturn you're feeling, or financial setback, or whatever it was that you have here. You've come this far. We're going to take you further. But start listening to your soul. Listening into and just trusting the process. You'll be surprised. All right, my beautiful Cancer, I love you. And please do check your rising and your moon for other messages. And as usual, like, comment, and subscribe. It helps with the channel so I can come and do this every week. All right, I love you and enjoy this October energy. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Leo. We have water, the overflow. So if we look closely at this card, we see her with like many hands, and we see this this flow of light and water like flowing through her hands. Like nothing is really staying in her hands. It's just like flowing right through her, which is a great sign, because it feels like a lot of you have maybe gone through some really emotional energies this past week or so, and there's like a lot of tears, a lot of anxiety and sadness. There could be a lot of happiness too. A lot of all the emotions are just flowing right through you. But you know, water, water, when we look at this abundance, it's abundance, right? So abundance is coming your way, and there's just this heart here. So perhaps you've been giving yourself to a lot of people, giving your heart to others. Maybe this week the heart is coming back to you. There's going to be an overabundance of love or opportunity coming your way, but definitely healing is what I'm feeling here for you. So it's great. Let's see what's going on here. In your past energy, we have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is interesting because the Four of Pentacles could be money, like a settling down of money, but it also could be like you're settling down in your finances, you're settling in your, but it also could be like greed and holding on to money because you're afraid of what's coming up and you're not trusting the process. So it's kind of an interesting thing. Okay, in your current, we have the Page of Wands, which is kind of you, Aries, Leo, Sag. Your challenge, your future, the Magician, and your advice. So when I look at these cards, it looks amazing. So, and let's look at your challenge, the Three of Cups. very interesting. Okay. So what I see here is, like I said, some of you have either anchored into your finances. You've like your job, you got a promotion or raise, things have like started to work for you, or maybe those investments have worked, and there's another part of you that you're holding on too tight. Or maybe some of you, all of you, are holding on too tight to your money too, and you're like, no, like you're safeguarding it. You're like, or you have this like very fear surrounding the money that you have in your life, because you're not sure where the next step is going to come, how, if you're going to get a job, or there's some of you like this. And it's the Page of Wands energy is like, it's time to jump into a new adventure, Leo. It's time to change things up in your life. If you are constantly in the same pattern, and you find yourself always in this same pattern, maybe it's time to change it up, right? Maybe it's time to let the waters flow in your body and start to really listen into your soul. What is it telling you to do? What is it? Where is the adventure taking you? Maybe to do more exploring, because your challenge is the Three of Cups, which is socializing with people, which is forming friendships with people. There's also, like, obviously not every single one of you, but Three of Cups could, if as a challenge, could be that someone is cheating on you in your relationship, or lying to you, being dishonest with you, or like, drinking and flirting with other people. That could be it, but obviously not everybody. It could be someone who has gone on vacation, has done that, or someone who has... But I feel like some of you Leos, as social as you are, have retreated from life. And here you're being given this opportunity to, again, expand and explore. And you've been avoiding people. You've been choosing not to socialize, choosing not to go out, and because you're maybe fearful of money, finances, or maybe because you are the Four is the Capricorn energy is kind of rigid as well. Like, you've been a bit rigid this summer when it comes to letting loose, which is unlike a Leo, right? You've been some of you, not all of you, but some of you have held back, and hence why this very emotional overflow of emotions has happened. You've like kind of lost your way on this path, and you've stopped trusting the process of it, because it's not going the way it's as planned, right? Because nothing is a plan here. Nothing is going to go as you want it to go, because it happens as you go. Like, if you've listened to any of my other intros, I've always talked about how, like, one misstep in your life takes 7 years to clear. So in the interim, we're here still clearing out old energies. So if you again misstep, it's another, like, you tack on another year onto your life, another, it's just like a whole system of clearing us through these old stories and energies. So stop being hard on yourself, and let things flow as they come. Like, things will happen and materialize in your life when it's right. And I feel like abundance is coming your way, and lots of healing energy is coming your way, but it's up to you to jump. Like, the Page of Wands kind of makes me feel of a Fool card. It's time for you to just go through the white light portal and just embrace the unknown, whatever is coming your way. I feel like some of you have been offered a new job, might be offered a new path, a new like relationship, a new something is coming your way. And perhaps you need to socialize more. You need to go out there and meet these people. There's just a new feeling of newness coming your way, and it's for you to take it on, to jump in it and go for it, and stop thinking like so rigidly about life, like, well, I need to save this money for this and this, and instead of trusting that the universe is going to provide for you regardless. I'm not telling you to be like reckless about everything, but listen. If your heart is telling you that you need to drive across the country, then you do it. If your heart is telling you to drop this job and get another job, then you do it, because everything will just emerge from that. Because your future is the magician, which is exactly that. It's follow the heart and then watch as things materialize in front of you, because that's what the magician does. Creates his own reality. He or she or whatever it is. Like, you have the power to do whatever it is you want to do in your life, but you're holding yourself back because you're holding yourself in the rigidity, in the cave. Like, you're holding yourself in that cave, and the light is coming through and saying, hey, there's so much more opportunity. Why are you stuck in the cave? Come out of it. Just like, it's kind of beautiful how it's like he's in the cave and she's like walking out. She's like, okay, I'm gonna walk out now and I'm gonna go into that unknown, because why not? I'm gonna be the Leo that I am, the fire energy that I am, and I'm just gonna like jump. And then the Gemini energy comes in, or Gemini Virgo energy comes in. Is like, yeah, because you have the magic wand to do it. If you just trust your soul, that's all you really need. Stop being afraid of like being with others. Stop like, let's go back to communities. Let's go back to helping each other. Let's go back to socializing again. Your advice is the Seven of Swords. What the fuck? The Seven of Swords energy is your advice. So interesting. So Seven of Swords is like betrayal, dishonesty, is lying to yourself. And this is your advice. So what it could be, like a few things for me, it could be that there are people around you lying and dishonest and like probably not very good for you, but they're here for a reason. So it's time to put up that mirror and look at why they're in your life and try to not fix it, but try to figure it out so that you can release them and forgive them, because they're going to keep coming up in your life, and if you don't face them finally. But there's a part of you that are, and I guess it all comes to one thing, is that you're lying to yourself as well. You keep living in a lie, just to fit into this little square box of an illusion of this world that we live in, instead of actually taking the time to just fly, to go with the heart and the soul and whatever it's saying to you. But some of you are actually choosing to lie to yourself or to others. So it's a really interesting energy, because the sevens are a lot of, for me, is about having faith in yourself. It's also about facing the truth and dealing with the consequences of life. And here you are, like, you keep stumbling into these swords energies. You keep lying to yourself, and you're okay. It's not okay. It's not okay to do that anymore. You have the magic wand in your hand, and it's time to change up your life. You're being given this like opportunity to walk into the unknown, and you're like, no, I don't need this because this and this and this, because I haven't really healed myself, because I haven't done this and that. You keep giving yourself excuses, which is the Seven of Swords. And it's like, you can continue doing that. You can keep giving yourself, creating excuses in your life, being a victim in your life, blaming other people for where you are. This is what this is. You keep blaming other people for where you are in your life, but it's not going to change anything. It's going to keep you in that loop again. So it's time to accept the overflow of abundance coming your way, and to accept the overflow of love coming your way, and to start listening into that. Wow, what a powerful reading. I didn't expect the Seven of Swords as advice, but that's a really good one. It's time to start like socializing again and coming together with people and reaching your hand out for help. We tend to just blame everybody else for our problems. And you're like, no, I don't blame you. Yes, you do. We do. We're like, well, this is because of this, and he did this, and she did this to me, whatever. They did it for a reason. It's our mirror. They did it to wake us up, to get us out of this Seven of Swords energy, to get us into this Magician energy, to really get us into like embracing the unknown and moving and doing whatever the hell we want in our lives, and accepting this overflow of abundance. It's being offered to you, so take it with all the hands that you have, because we have 24 hands, right? We have 12 versions of ourselves in 12 different dimensions. So we have 24 hands to take this beautiful flow of abundance coming our way. Wow. Beautiful energy. You know, I talk differently to every single sign, but Leo, I talk to you like this because you can take it. So, all right. You know I love you, boy. I love you all. All right. So I'm going to give you one last message for this full moon in Aries. It's already decided. Practice gratitude. I like it, actually. So be grateful to everything in your life. Be grateful to your soul for having gone down these paths that we've made these choices on. Be grateful to our partners. Be grateful for those in our life that we deem as horrific or mean or selfish or narcissistic. They're here for a reason. When we express gratitude to them, you program your body and your mind, and you move forward from that. Listen to my intro. I talk about programming. So this is a very energy, but we're all going through these energies. We just need to reach out our hands for support and help with others. All right, my beautiful Leo, you got this. And remember, you have the power, you have the magic wand in your hand. So trust the universe and go with the flow. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Also, rising and moon for other signs, and do like, comment, and subscribe. All right, bye. Hello, my beautiful Virgo. We got Earth Star Chakra Initiation, the first card of the deck. Earth Star Chakra, for those who don't know, our chakras is the crown, the third, the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, the sacral, the root, and the Earth Star is 37 centimeters below the root chakra. So it's like really grounded energy. It's like where you started from, your root, like the going back to the fundamentals of your soul. Like, let's go back to where and why you're here on this earth. So it's like really like, when I say these things, it's like it's not flighty. It's really like going back to, like, even in this lifetime, like we don't have to go back to a soul level. Like, why am I here? Like, do I really love my job right now? Do I want something else from my job? Am I looking, what really inspires me? What am I impassioned about? Like, is this, am I in the right relationship? Or do I need something else from it? Do I, like, all the things. Like, really looking at everything from a baby's perspective, right? From a pure perspective. So it's very interesting, and I would like to see what's going on in these. So in your past, we have the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is a new life, new baby, new world, new life, new love that has come into your life. So let's see, Ace of Cups and the hair. The current is the Queen of Wands energy, which is an Aries energy. The Ace of Cups is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but you know, the challenge, The future energy is the Nine of Cups. You people, it's amazing. All right, and your advice. So if we look at you have cups energy, which is the Nine of Cups is a Pisces energy. And we have the Queen of Wands, which is this strong, like, potent, divine feminine energy, like very heady, very passionate, does things because it's from the heart. It doesn't do things because it's like a have to do kind of thing. The Queen of Wands energy is very inspired energy, right? So a lot of you have started perhaps a relationship, or have started something new in your life, that like a new you've found a new passion in your work, in your travels, in your something very, like some of you have maybe had a new baby. There's just this very impassioned way of living that has happened to you in this past few weeks, perhaps some of you got married this summer, like you've gotten committed. There's just this very, I don't know, feeling of love and happiness, like very simple, like getting to the root of things. And right now in your life, you're feeling great. You're feeling like you could start a new project. Maybe you have started a new project. Like there's this feeling of some of you might be traveling to the south or to sunny, warm, tropical areas. There's this feeling of I feel like some of you are starting a new business or new project. Again, in a relationship, you're feeling loved and you're feeling completely complete almost. But your challenge is the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is interesting because the Seven of Cups is like you have seven different opportunities presenting themselves to you, or you have seven choices, or some of you could be your head's in the clouds and you're not really thinking straight. Seven of Cups energy is Scorpio energy. It's also this energy of like, there's a lot of ways to look at this card, because you could have like endless opportunities showing up in front of you, and you're as the Queen of Wands, you're like diving into all these opportunities. Or there is a feeling of maybe you're too much in the clouds, because the Wands energy, like they're like very impulsive, spontaneous, they go for it kind of thing. The Queen of Wands is not a stupid queen. Like, there's no stupid queens, but she's not also reckless, but she could be, she could like fall in love with love kind of thing, and just like let everything else go kind of thing, and just go into do things like sell all your goods and leave and travel for like love, and to do things out of whim. But the Seven of Cups is like, be careful, like almost take a step back and look at all these cups in front of you. It's good it's good that it's showing up here, because I feel like it's very whimsical in your life right now. Very there's just a really beautiful energy here, and it's great. And the Queen of Wands energy brings me that kind of confirmation of it. But the Seven of Cups comes in saying, just be careful of all the decisions you're making, and making sure that it's not, that you're more level-headed about it. Like, be more Virgo about it, instead of being all fiery and Cups about it. Cups is like emotional, and fiery is just impulsive, and like not thinking things through too much, right? You're the earth sign. The earth and the air signs are a bit more thinkers. So like, look at all these opportunities that have presented themselves, and actually take a step back and look at everything, and go with your heart and your soul. And is this right for me? Okay, then we do it. Like if it's the heart, it's the mind talking, then it's time to question it, because the mind will always go back to your little box of life, of your illusion. Your heart will never, your soul will never, does not work from that. It works from knowing of what it is that you need, you truly need. So it's a beautiful energy here, because your future is the Nine of Cups, which is happiness and gratification and satisfaction, accomplishment. So like you're where you want to be. But I kind of like that the Seven of Cups has shown up, because it's actually asking you to just take a little step back before you get to this, and actually like do a little bit of critical thinking, even though I'm not a big fan of the critical thinking, or just go into your soul, like go in and like take these things that have flourished in your life, or these things that have presented themselves, and say, okay, I'm asking my soul, is this the right choice for me? Yes. Okay, and if you get a no, then you have to listen to it, right? And you have to say, okay, why? And you might not get the answer to why, but then you just have to do a little bit more exploring inside you. But it feels good to me here. There's this beautiful love at the beginning. There's like you just living life to the fullest, and then reaping the rewards of it. Just like this is the challenge, comes at a right time, because it's like, let's go to the root of why you're here. Are you completely giving yourself to this person or to this job or to this, because as a reaction to something that has happened before, or are you doing it from really your heart? These are the things, these are the trials and tribulations you are going through right now. We really need to be true to our heart, because if you're not true to it, you will learn the lesson from it. That's what it is. If you like say, no, I'm really good in this. I really, this is a job I really want. I've always wanted. And your soul's like, are you sure about that? Like, you have to listen, because if it isn't, then you will come back and learn it, the lesson. If it's a relationship or whatever it is. So that's why, like, why you want to waste like 7 more years or 10 more years of like learning that lesson. Just nib it in the bud at the moment. So that's the thing. Your advice is the Six of Cups. Another, like, I think it's a Scorpio energy as well. It's a Scorpio energy. So 6 and 7 of Cups and 9 of Cups and Ace of Cups. A lot of love, a lot of emotions here happening. The 6 of Cups is nostalgia, is childhood, is something coming back from your past to bring you a lesson, perhaps. Something coming in from your past, or someone coming from your childhood or from your past to help you along this journey. Or maybe it's for you, an advice for you to go back and look at all the choices that you've made in your past, and look at the patterns and the behaviors and the blockages, and learn from that. And that's how you can get to this like happy ending. So it's all about going back. This is interesting. Initiative. It's all about going to the root of your situations, and really living life from that, which is really your soul. Your soul is in this robot computer body, and it's you've programmed it, but your soul is actually pure and neutral, right? It has no emotion, it has no thought process, it has nothing, it has no belief systems, no opinions. Your just soul is just knowing. That's why we always revert to our soul. So that's that feeling I'm getting here. It's really kind of interesting. So your full moon card for this Aries full moon, Virgo, is unleash your kindest self. We're all kind. But anyways, unleash your kindest self. So unleash that kindness inside your heart, Virgo, towards yourself, towards the others. while you're making these decisions about yourself, right? While you're looking at things and you're picking and pointing, that's what you do. You do well. You analyze very well for others when you can do it for yourself. It's almost like, let's get to this place of full love and abundance, like abandonment of lack and everything else, by really truly doing the work. And the only work it is just listening it. That's what I have for you. So it feels really good, the flow. There's just the challenge of really facing off with all these, like, if there's things that are happening in your life right now that you don't understand, that understand that they're there for a reason, right? They're either coming in and saying, hey, watch out for this. Maybe they're giving you a message for something else that's happening in your life. So just pay attention. I feel like someone from your childhood or from your past is going to show up this week to send you a message. So pay attention to that, my beautiful Virgos. All right, I love you. And I will see you next week. Check your rising and your moon for other messages. As well, like, comment, and subscribe because it helps with my channel. And that's it. Beautiful virgins, I will see you next week, and happy October. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Libra. We got gracious receptivity. This beautiful girl here. So this is a very interesting card. So gracious receptivity is like graciously receiving, right? I feel like maybe some of you Librans are overextend yourself, overgive all your life, but it's in paying attention to how you overextend yourself. Are you giving yourself with expectation to receive back, or are you giving from your heart, right? There's just a lot of things coming out for me for this card. It's like maybe some of you don't even feel like you deserve to receive anything, right? Or maybe you don't even know how to receive anything. Like the best way for me to receive is to go outside in the sun and just look at the sun, and you've received. Right? You've received love and you receive light from Father Sun, right? There's just so easy. Do a list of things that you're grateful for. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I'm grateful for my bed and I'm grateful for my sheets. Like, I really literally say that because I'm like, oh my God. Because if you've ever lived in Colombia like I have, you'll be grateful for your bed. So there's just these feelings of the little things in life, to be open to that, and also to be careful in how you receive and how you give. And if it's laced with like something, you want something back, then that's not coming from your heart and it's coming from your mind. So it's very beautiful, but maybe this is a card that you will be receiving something interesting this week. Some beautiful love, compassion, which is all we need. All right, sorry, this is the Virgo card. So the past, we have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is an energy of competition, of struggle, personal struggle within yourself. Obviously that's personal struggle. There's this feeling of, you see her, she's just sitting here, but she has these wands on top of her, and internal. She's like, it's an internal issue here. Interesting. Five of Wands is a Leo energy. The present is the Nine of Cups, which is not the Five of Wands energy, which is like fulfillment. Like, you're in a really good place. Look, she's like, her hands are open. There's water behind her. She feels healed. She feels like she's in a really good place in her life. So this is your challenge. This is your future, and this is your advice. Your future is the Knight of Crystals. The Nine of Cups is a Pisces. The Knight of Crystals is a Virgo. And your challenge is the Hangman, which is a Pisces energy. So interesting. So, like I said, we have you at the very beginning, like maybe feeling like maybe you're having like a little bit of war with yourself, a war of words with yourself, or you're, giving too much and not receiving enough. There's this feeling of you struggling. That's all I could say, is like you're struggling with yourself. Maybe you're struggling with others in your job. Maybe you're struggling with family members or friends, or there's just a very like moment of repose that you actually need to take to just center yourself. But when we get to the current, you're feels really good, feels fulfilled. But your challenge is this hangman energy. So the hangman is this, if you see, like she's turned upside down because she's hanging off a tree usually, and just taking in and looking at the world in a different way, looking at a different perspective, or just taking a few steps back from life, taking a step back to repose, to think about, or not to, or to feel it in, or to just to breathe. Basically, I feel that your challenge is breathing. It's so interesting. Your challenge is actually taking that time off. I feel like you're seeking, you want life to be perfect, which everybody does, but you're seeking that perfection to the nth degree. Like you're gonna do everything in your power to make it feel really good. You're gonna like go out with your friends, you're gonna go to the best restaurants, you're gonna cook up a storm, you're gonna do things that like everyone else around you is going to feel really good, because you're giving, and that's what makes you happy. And the Nine of Cups feels like that. Like you, but there's this part of you that doesn't take the time for yourself, or you don't take the time to stop and just look at everything around you. Take the time to reflect, to pause, and actually truly do things that are fulfilling to you. It's interesting because these the cards that come together, you never know what these cards are, because your future is the Knight of Crystals. And the Knight of Crystals is slowly and steadily getting to the place of graciousness and of receptivity, and of getting to a place of wholeness within you. And that this Nine of Cups in this current moment, as much as it is fulfillment and it's amazing, for me it feels like it feels surface to me because of this Five of Wands, like internal struggle. I feel like you're living a life outside of yourself, kind of. You're living a life for everybody else to be happy in your life. Like you're doing things to not necessarily to please yourself. They do please you, obviously, but I almost feel like it's asking you to take a step back and actually look at where you need to make changes in your life, or where you need to what you need to do to open the receptivity, right? Like how can you receive in your life so it doesn't come from a mind thing, but it comes from like unconditional love kind of thing. How can you give in your life that it comes from the soul and not from the mind? Like it's really becoming honest with ourselves, right? How is it that I give, and how is it that I receive? Like, am I doing it surface level, or am I doing it really, truly from my soul? That's the Hangman showing up here for me. It's like really going deeper and deeper into your soul, because the Pisces energy is that. And when you figure that out, the Knight of Crystals, the Knight of Pentacles energy, is like things will materialize for you. Things will start to make more sense for you. as you move along in this journey. Like, it doesn't have to be quick and it doesn't have to be fast right now. It's a so take this energy and move forward with it. Things are going to happen steadily for you once you come into the knowing. I don't know if I'm explaining myself, or once you come into this like acceptance of self, of how you give and how you receive, of how you love and how you receive love, and how you share love. And you know what I'm saying? It's all of this. How you truly want to be in your life, instead of always comparing to others. That's why I feel like you're struggling. You're struggling because you're always like comparing yourself to other people and how they live their life, and then you you make sure that everybody is having a fun time, and you make sure that everybody's like at the right restaurant, and that you're feeding them well, and that you're like, you're always doing things for people. Instead, this hangman is like saying, can we just do for you? And learn how to receive in a different way, and learn how to give in a different way. Your advice is the 10 of Swords, which is very interesting. So if you look, she's all like with these swords in her back, right? Like, because that's exactly what this is. It's amazing. It's like you feel like betrayed or backstabbed, or like anxiety, stress, worry, grief. All these things are inside you because you're always pretending to be happy for other people. You experience these struggles through your life, and you don't express them to people, because then that would make you weak, right? And that would make others having to help you, and you're like, no, I don't need help, and now you can do things alone. But it's not like that. We're not here in this earth to do that. We're here to help each other out. And that's why you're needing to take this step back and start to ask for that help. Extend your hands. You can't do this alone, Libra. Like 10 of Swords is like you're at the end of it, and you're moving into a new chapter, and it's time to release yourself from this old stories. Release yourself from how you give and how you take. And now it's time to move into this new energy and create this new experience for yourself. Not figure it out this is the hangman. Like, let's figure it out. How am I going to do this now? How do I really want to give, and how do I really want to receive? How do I really want to love, and how do I really want to deal with lack and fear and anxiety and all of this? But whatever it is that you're going to do, it's going to come slowly. So don't rush into things, Libra, like quick, Libra. And stop and get out of your heads and just go into your heart. It's time to do things for you. Because when we fix ourselves, we fix everyone else. We don't need to be fixing everybody else around us. So, oh, that was quick. Breathe through the tension. It's funny because I have a massive headache for you here. So there is this here, like looks like she has a headache too. There's this massive, like you're carrying a lot of heavy energy in your brain, which you love to do, in your mind, and it's time to release the struggle. Accept it, that it's there, and own it, and look at it and say, why are you here? I get it now. I need to release you. But I cannot live the surface life of fun and games anymore. I need to really take a step back and learn to love myself for all of my quirks. And I need to understand how I give and how I receive. Things are happening slowly, and let things happen slowly. Don't rush the process. Trust it. All right. I hope this helped you. It was a bit interesting. So I hope this helps you. If not, check your rising and your moon for other messages. Also, like, comment, and subscribe. And I love you so much, Libras. Happy birthday again, and have a beautiful October. It's sunny and shiny here in this city. So I hope it's like that with you. Love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Scorpio. We got unique gifts with this cutie. I love her. She's so whimsical looking. So unique gifts is exactly what this is. So there is this, we live in this linear world, right? This little box of illusion that we live in. And in that little linear world, all these, I'm going to bring up like all these kinds of autism or attention deficit or dyslexia or all these like labels that they've given to us, right? Or psychic or everything, right? Or you're a daydreamer, you're too much in your imagination, or you're too much of an idealist, or all these kinds of labels that they've given you is actually your gift. We live in an inverted matrix, means that everything that is deemed as weird or wrong or strange is actually your gift to this world. And that's where we're at right now, and that's where you're at right now. So some of you need to hear this, because some of you have maybe lived your whole life being weird or strange or quirky, and it's actually what makes you you. It's actually what's going to take us into this new energy. And it's time for us to, like I saw a shadow. They agree. It's actually, I see a lot of shadows. Interesting. So, you see, I'm a weirdo, but I'm not, because that's what's going to take us into the new energy. So everything that you have felt wrong or different are coming up now. We have a lot of unique gifts coming up. They're showing up more and more, and they're like, hey, you're not strange. We really need this. Let's move forward with this. So hail to the weirdness. Embrace your weirdness. So let's see what's going on with you. The past energy is the Three of Pentacles. The current is the Knight of Wands, which is Sagittarius. Your challenge, the future, is the Eight of Wands, which is Sagittarius. And your advice. So, what do we have here? The Three of Pentacles energy speaks of community, collaboration, coming together. So maybe some of you work with people. Maybe you're in school with different people. Maybe you have a soul tribe of yours, or maybe you get together and do share your weirdness with others, right? There's this feeling here of you actually having a community of people around you that are supportive of these gifts that are showing up. It just feels like good teamwork, collaboration. It just feels like you have like a group of weirdos around you. That is good. I like this, actually, that you have that. Because the current energy is the Knight of Wands energy, which is this kind of you embracing this energy, these gifts coming up, right? You embracing the weirdness. You embracing, the Knight of Wands doesn't give a shit about anybody. He just lives his life. Look, he's like in two separate places. He just like lives off the seat of his pants. He's like very random, spontaneous. And that's kind of where you're needing to be. It's very interesting. Or maybe you're right there right now, and you're like at the point in your life where you're like, you know what? I'm not like everybody else. And you know what? I just want to have I just want to go travel to wherever the hell I want to travel. I'm just going to introduce myself to this man, this woman. I'm going to do things like off the cuff, which is kind of beautiful for you, Scorpio, because you're thinking too much all the time, right? Your challenge, though, is serenity. Virgo, Hermit. Oh, this is so you. Okay, I'm not saying obviously every Scorpio out there likes to have their home time, but there is the part of you right now that is wanting to you're finding the confidence to go and go do something strange and to embrace the unknown, and to maybe some of you are feeling these gifts coming up and you're like, I never really thought of building this, and now I'm thinking of building something, or I'm not talking about me, but I never thought of I never thought I loved nature, but I feel this need to go canoeing, right? Go for it. I feel like this is where you are being asked to, we're being, not prodded, but we're being given these messages from our soul and from spirit. And a lot of us are not listening, right? Because we prefer to stay in our shelter of our home, and we're a comfort of our home. But they're like, no, man, we need you to go. We need you to travel. We need you to do whatever your soul is telling you to do. And if it's really strange, and if it's out of the ordinary, then please do it more. This is fine. It's okay to be one with your soul and to be like that. But I feel like there's spontaneity is in order for you, Scorpio, in this moment in time. And this is also Hermit is the leader of the pack, right? The leader in the dark. And you're challenged by that because you're challenged by your weirdness, right? You're challenged by these gifts, but really these gifts are the ones that are going to lead the people. This is something we're so stuck in that programming, in that box of ours, that, your whole life you're told, well, you can't even write, you're just so lame, you can't even read, you're dyslexic, what the fuck, let's put them in a special class. Instead, that dyslexia is you helping people how to not use words, because words are not necessary. They will not be necessary in the future. We just know it as, yes. Eventually, we'll all be telepathic. Eventually, we will speak in a different, we didn't come down with words in any language. We didn't come down with that. We came with our own light language, which dissipate and dissolve. And some people have that gift, and that's what's coming out. And it's not weird. It's what it is. So I feel like that's what is happening for you. You're being shown some interesting abilities, and a lot of you are like, no. It doesn't go in the box. So, and everyone's going to think I'm weird, and that's what we want. Embrace the freaking weirdness. So that's your challenge. And it's funny because the Eight of Wands energy is a quick energy, and it's communication energy. It's I feel like some of you are going to get a bit of recognition for these weird abilities, or these strangeness, or you could be like, I don't feel weird or strange. It's fine. But maybe you're getting messages for something else, or maybe you've always done something in your life that you've negated and you've squashed. Go back and think of that. Or what is it, a passion that's inside of you that is always has come up, and you've always no, I need to work and do this and that, follow the rules. And there's that is, if it keeps coming up, then it means it needs to come. It needs to show itself. And that's what the Eight of Wands is. I'm coming regardless. Regardless if you want to shove me in a box, I'm coming out of that box. So get ready, because some of you, your abilities, these gifts that you have, these hobbies that you think are hobbies, or these things that are even just a love of engineering. Let's say you're a creative fashion person, and all of a sudden you feel like you need to be an engineer, and you're like, what the hell does that mean, right? Listen to those messages. This doesn't mean you have to go back to school to be engineering. You could just follow it and say, okay, okay, and then just be open to it. You don't have to do anything about it. Eight of Wands is I'm coming in regardless. So that's it. This is the message, is be open to whatever it is and follow it. No matter how crazy it feels like, no matter how like left field it is, it's coming your way. And it's time, because you're needing to lead us into this new energy with it. So your advice is the Queen of Wands. It's an Aries energy, which is perfect because Aries is fire energy. And Aries is like the Sagittarius energy of the Knight of Wands. It's like, okay, we don't sit and wallow in our emotions, Scorpio. We actually do. And now it's the Aries full moon on Sunday, October 9th. Aries is showing up. It's time. It's time to release yourself from all these what are people going to think of me, or why, and the weirdness, blah, blah. And it's time to do. It's time to step into this power of yours. It's time to embrace that greatness inside you that you think is strange. It's time to live life to the fullest, no matter what everyone else thinks, because you're here to lead that way of weirdness. Love it. I love it. I love this reading. It's amazing. It really is amazing. I mean, we're all freaking weird, so you're just getting that little like poof this week. Let's go, Scorpio. And it's lighthearted, so it's amazing. Okay. I'd love to know what weirdness you are, Scorpios. Let's get a message for this full moon in Aries. Or whatever's been coming up for you. Like, it's time to speak it out loud instead of hiding it all the time. Leave the past behind. Boom. Leave this old energy behind. Leave this old story that you're weird, or that it's like you needed help for it and it doesn't work, and like just because, you know, like just leave that all behind. The only way we move into new is to create a new experience. So you have these new abilities coming, so let's create these new experiences together. I love you, my beautiful Scorpions. This is freaking awesome. So check your rising and your moon for other energies, and like, comment, and subscribe. Let's go into October with this just embracing who you are, finally, because no one thinks you're crazy, and if they think you're crazy, oh well. Next. I love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Sagittarius. We got loving compassion. So this card speaks of how, like, being loving and compassionate to others is something that we're always taught to do, but being loving and compassionate to ourselves, not so much, right? Because then that's selfish. Like, what are you doing being loving to yourself, right? I mean, we know more and more as we go on to this lifetime that is so important, right? To take care of our heart. This card is coming to us, to you, because it feels like perhaps there have been decisions that have been made in your life recently, or you stepped onto a new path and you're being hard on yourself. You're or others are being hard on you for making that decision. But if you made that decision and it came from your heart, then you know it's the right one. So it's time to love your decision and be compassionate with yourself about it. If there's a decision that you have to make that involves another person, and separating from that person, leaving that person behind, doing whatever, then let's be compassionate towards that person for being in your life, for bringing up this issue, for bringing up this trauma in your life, or allowing this experience to happen, right? So, like, everyone comes into our life for that reason, and we need to be loving towards them, and let them go. And the same thing with us. So let's see what else is going on here. In your past, we have the King of Swords, which is an Aquarius energy. In your present, we have the Page of Crystals, which is the Page of Pendants, which is Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Your challenge. Your future is the Four of Cups in reverse. And your advice. So when I look at this, and the King of Swords energy is always that rebellious energy, or it's that legal energy. So like separation, divorce, marriage, but again, like a contract, a negotiation, like a buy, a sell, a house, whatever, like a new job, something this way comes, right? The King of Swords is that feeling. Or it could be someone that was very direct in your life, someone that, or it could be you, getting more clear, right? Getting, like the King of Swords has a vision, is going for it. Doesn't look back, doesn't think twice, continues moving forward. So I feel like some of you may have made decisions that way, and it's time to love yourself and be compassionate towards this decision. Because right now in your life, it's the Page of Pentacles. It's a new job, a new opportunity, a new home, something is coming your way. Something is like, you feel like a new lease on life. You feel like a new something. Pentacle energy is like it in the when is like years, kind of. It's taken a long time for you to get here. But the King of Swords is interesting because it's a air sign, quick energy. So it's like almost perhaps something like has been lingering a long time, but you made a freaking clear-cut decision about whatever this is, and you're like ready to move into something completely new, and something is coming your way. But your challenge is the Queen of Pentacles, which is the Capricorn energy. Interesting. So the Queen of Pentacles could be a female energy, is your challenge. There's a female in your way. There's like a mother, a mother-in-law, or a woman in your life, or a friend, a partner, like a daughter, whatever. It could be there's just someone in your life that is preventing you from making this change. It's very interesting to me. Not like holding you back a little bit from making this decision that you were so clear on it. You were so like, that's it. This is what I'm doing, and I'm ready to move into this new thing. And someone around you is like, yo, I don't think so. Like they're making their presence known that it's not the greatest idea that you've had, even though it was so clear and quick. So this is the challenge you have this week. So it could be a female, it could be a man in your life as well. The queen, it could be a king, could be anyone, but someone of older than you, someone of like a mentor that is like, you know, check the like cross the T's, dot the I's, like check very carefully what you're doing. Make sure that it's like the Queen of Pentacles is about finances, but she's also about love. And she's like, check everything, all the boxes, because we're not moving forward on this idea that you did so quickly without all of this being checked. Make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons. Make sure that, you know, like, so that's that energy that's showing up here for you. Could be you also stepping into that role and like stopping yourself from making this next move because you're like, okay, I need to like, Whoa, what an interesting, okay, because your future is the Four of Cups in reverse. So the Four of Cups is this like, oh my God, I don't know what to do energy, like a hangover energy. Like it's like a, oh my God, did I do the right thing? But the Four of Cups is releasing that from yourself. So what I see here is that you've made this decision quickly and clearly, and it's taking you probably like, you've been in it for a long time kind of thing, and you just made a decision. We've gone through this already, and now you're ready for this new start, but there's someone coming and saying, no, 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 no. But it's you releasing yourself from that and saying, okay, I just got, Four of Cups is heart. I got to listen to my heart. I got to listen to my soul, and I got to really go deep inside and stop listening to the chatter around me and all the people around me with their opinions and their beliefs and what have you. And I gotta go inside. So the Four of Cups energy is a Cancer energy. So it's really going into the root of your, like, of your, not the root, but going into your heart, really. And really checking in, saying, how can I honor my soul in this? Is this the right decision? Yes. Okay. That's all you need. The heart, not the mind. The mind will take time and give you all the reasons not to, or to do. So you are in a little bit of a little work here has to be done, Sagittarius, because you are being bombarded with somebody in your life that is either trying to change your mind on something or not happy because it's not them, it's your life, remember? So your advice is the King of Cups. Oh my God, that's so interesting. We got kings and queens and everything else. So the King of Cups showing up is a Scorpio energy, or Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And it's all that. That's so beautiful, because the King of Cups is all about heart. It's about going in, and if this decision is right with you at a heart and soul level, then it's right for you, Sagittarius. Stop listening to the logical earth signs around you. Stop listening to the practicality of things and listen in to the heart. But really listen to the heart, because what we do is we tend to control our answers. But the only way to really know that it's right is if you breathe in, you breathe out 3 times, and really clear your head and go in and say, is this right for me? Yes. Is this right for me? No. Really, really, really. So what beautiful advice here coming in from the King of Cups. And maybe there is someone that's a male energy around you that will help you with this. But I really do feel like it's something new you're starting and you're getting resistance. It's to release it and go into your heart. Wow. Loving compassion. I love this. All right, Saggy, we have one message for you for this full moon in Aries. And we have 2 messages for you. One is step up and lead. I love it. Step up and really go with the heart and continue with that, regardless of whatever resistance you're getting. And then the other one is push through any insecurity. So if you're feeling any insecurity or any like setbacks because of other people's opinions, because everybody has so many opinions and beliefs and whatever, then just go with your heart, Sagittarius, and listen in, because you know what is best and you know what to do. All right, my beautiful Saggies, I love you always and forever. And check your rising and your moon for other messages. Also like, comment, and subscribe. And this is going to be an interesting October, so just trusting the process and trusting the soul. That's all you really need for the next few years. All right, I love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Capricorn. So we got reclaim your energy. So it's an interesting energy to get for you, because reclaiming your energy means reclaiming your power, basically. So some of you are like expending your energy on self-doubt, on drama, on sabotage, on victimhood, on you're giving your energy to people around you or situations in your life, because like you're allowing other people in your life to navigate you. You're allowing people outside of you to dictate where your energy should be, or to dictate where you should live your life, or how you should eat and what you should do, or like it's not about anybody else except for you, Capricorn. So why are you giving your power away to these people for status, for money, for power? For why are you giving your like the ways of like thinking, or the way you want to do your life, like live your life, and You're allowing them, their lives to dictate you. It's like, I feel like you're depleting energy in your families, in your home life, in your work life. For what is the question here? So like, I feel like a loss of energy as I'm talking to you. So it's like, it's time to get all of this out of your mind. It's time to go back into your whole heart. So very interesting energy for you, Capricorn. We're going to see what's going on. In the past, we have the Sun energy, which is beautiful. It's a Leo energy. In the present, we have the Four of Wands, which is gorgeous. Which is an Aries energy. This is your challenge, and this is your future. This is the Death card, which is a Scorpio. And this is your advice. So when I look at this, that doesn't make sense. So we're going to see what's going on. Because the Sun energy is like amazing. Like you've had an amazing summer. You've like had amazing vacations. You've like lived life to the fullest. You maybe even got rewarded at work or at home. Like things have just been glorious for you. You've been like, you feel accomplished. You feel like there's like success in your life. This feels really good to me, actually. And as we go into the current, some of you are either getting married, some of you are coming together, like there's a feeling of accomplishment as well with like partners in your firm or in your companies. There's like you're building new relationships with people. There's this feeling of, or you're building a relationship with your lover again, or friendships being developed. I just feel like there's something very... it just feels like a really good flow, and there's like both fire signs here, so it's like very fiery and dynamic and very like impassioned. But we have a challenge here, which is the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is in your current, it's also a challenge. So what is that about? So let's like look at this, because the Four of Wands, if we look at it as a challenge, it could be commitment is a challenge. Your relationship is challenging you right now. Your accomplishment, like let's say like some of you, that's exactly probably that. So some of you are really successful at work, but yet you're always in self-doubt. You're always like, oh no, you're always doubting yourself, doubting your accomplishments, doubting your like always like wondering if there's something else going on. That's exactly what this is. Some of you are in a really happy marriage or a really good relationship, or you're getting married, and yet you're like, should I get married? Oh, you think he's cheating on me? Do you think she's doing this on me? Like you're like always questioning the good that is happening in your life. Like things are like blooming in your life. Things are blossoming. Things are like feel really good to me, and yet you're always taking your power away. You're giving your power away is what I want to say. You're giving it away to that people in your life because you continuously self-doubt yourself. You continuously like are in critical thinking mode. You're continuously thinking. You're continually doubting yourself. You're continually like hesitating, or what is it going on? Or you're continuously being in a victim mode, like, oh, because they're doing this because of me. And you're continuously taking things personally. You're in your own way. You're depleting your own energy because you're doing it to yourself. Because it's being handed to you. Like, hey, we have success here for you. We have a happy marriage here for you. We have this for you. We have all of this. We're giving it all away to you. Amazing time, travel. We made you enjoy your travel time. We didn't make you do it, but we're like offering this to you. And you're like, amazing. It's really good. But no, there must be a reason why. You're overthinking. You're like, why? Why is this? Why is he saying this? Why is she saying this? Why are they doing this? Da 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 da. You're in your head. Because the future is the death card. The future is like change, transformation. So you're like moving away from this energy of like giving away your power, moving away from this energy of like, I can't do this, I can't. Oh no. Like, you need to make a change, Capricorn. It won't, you're continuously in the same loop all the time. And you will always be energy depletion mode. You will never find yourself in full energy mode or full power mode if you're always second guessing yourself. If you're always afraid of change. You're like, it's a very earth sign of you to be fearing of change, but this is the time. The death card is here. Scorpio is ready. If you didn't listen to my intro, Pluto goes direct on October 8. It's been in retrograde for the longest time, and it's going direct. Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio. Pluto is destruction planet. It's time to destroy that old part of you, this old fears, and it's time to move into something new. Something new is coming, by the way. Completely change for you. And you'll be able to reap in it, you'll be able to see it once you get out of this like self-destruction mode that you're in. Because it really is like you have happiness right there, and we need to look at these things, right, Capricorn? Why are you sabotaging yourself? What is the mirror saying to you? Who is stopping you? What like every time you something like of self-doubt or shame or blame comes up, you look up the mirror and say, what is it? Why am I blaming myself? Why am I shaming myself? There's a lot of work here that we need to do, but you need to reclaim this energy back. Your advice is the Queen of Pentacles. Who is the Queen of Pentacles? You are. The Queen of Crystals is Capricorn. It's time to become you. The Queen of Crystals or Pentacles is a well-rounded queen. She's very dedicated to her work, very dedicated as a partner, very dedicated as a mother, if you're a mother. Very well-rounded, very financially stable, very ready for the future, the past, the present, everything. So she does not go into self-sabotage mode. She does not doubt herself. She just never second guesses herself. She has the power, and you can see she has the power. She's holding it in her hands, right? With this fierce tiger sitting next to her, and she's very calm about it. She could handle any situation, and that's who you are. So Capricorns, stop getting in your head. Start trusting in this. Trusting that whatever is coming to you is a reason. Even like I keep telling people, it's like, even if what comes to you is like very uncomfortable and negative in your eyes, it's there for a reason. It's there to change a perspective. It's there for a rebirth of something new. We are asking you to step out of these old energies. They don't serve you anymore. And you will not be able to reclaim your energy if you continue staying in that. And if you choose to stay in that, then that's your choice. But then you choose it, and it all comes back. So Queen of Pentacles is asking you to come back to yourself and trusting yourself. Wow. All right. So I'm going to give you one last card for this full moon, Aries. Wow. Like, you can't make this shit up, man. Know your worth. It's the new moon in Taurus, which is your fellow earth sign. Know your worth, man. That's all I gotta say. Because that's it right there. Once you really trust in this whole process of your life, you don't ever need to worry or blame or shame yourself or hate yourself or doubt yourself. You never need to ever experience that ever again, because you're just rolling with life and as it presents itself to you. And that's the power that you have inside you. I love you, Capricorn. I think you got this. But it's a good reminder every once in a while. So check your rising and your moon for other messages. Also like, comment, and subscribe. And enjoy this October energies that are showing up, because by the time the end of October shows up, we're going to get more revelation with these eclipses. So reclaim your energy and your power, my beautiful Cappies. I love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Aquarius. We got Shine Your Light, number 44. So this card comes at an opportune time. There's a lot of Aquarians that have come out, have texted me this week actually, asking me how to release myself from old stories, how to like move into this new energy. And shining your light is just exactly that. But everyone's like, shine your light, but it's not really just shining your light. It's actually doing things that you love to do. Can we go back to what really sparks your like your soul kind of thing? What is it? Like, let's go back in time before you started working, going to school and doing all these things that you have to do, right? You don't have to do anything, but whatever. And go back and see, what is it that sparks me? Like, what makes me shine? Is it that like drawing class that I did like when I was a child and I used to draw all the time? Well, go back to that. Everyone is like discards everything that we did as kids. Well, it's just a kids thing. We just did it. What the frick? What does that mean? As kids, we were the purest of souls ever. So it's time to go back to that. To go back to where you found yourself to be feeling great. Be feeling the light that you are. The most joyous place that you've ever been. You don't have to go to childhood. You can go like 2 years ago. Where is it that you love to do? Like you love to be in. You like to travel all the time. You love to be in the sea and the ocean. Why aren't you there right now? Well, because I have to work, Sabrina. Okay, so then find a job near the sea and the ocean. Yeah, but it's not that easy. Well, because you don't make it easy for yourselves. You have just put yourself in the box by saying that, because you just programmed your body and your mind to believe that. It's about reprogramming. People, listen to my intro. We need to reprogram ourselves to shine our light again. That is the message. Right? I said this to Leo, and I would say this to you, Aquarius. I speak differently to all the signs because I know that you can handle this, Aquarius. So we have the 5 of Pentacles in the past position, which is lack of resources, a feeling of depression, a feeling of being stuck. These balls, these moons are stuck inside this building. But it's a feeling of, loneliness a little bit. Or maybe you've had financial troubles. The Queen of Swords energy, which is a Libra energy, which is your fellow air sign, showing up in the present. This is your challenge, and this is your future. Justice. It's another Libra energy, so you're showing up like as far as air signs go. So like I said, 5 of Crystals here, I feel like some of you have experienced some financial downturn perhaps, or maybe you lost your job, or maybe you're not making as much as you want to make, or you're feeling a bit like stuck in stuck somewhere in your life. The Queen of Swords shows up, and it's like that's past. So in your current energy, you're feeling it's time for you to start to get clear. It's time to cut that sword like through that doubt and all this like feeling of this heavy feeling that you have, and to move into it more like the Aquarius that you are, without so much feeling, right? Without so much doubt in your mind. Maybe there's someone in your life, Queen of Swords energy could be female in your life, that is helping you see clearly. But your challenge is the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords is interesting because it's an energy of like almost self-sabotage. Well, if you have Capricorn inside you in your birth chart, then this could be relevant, so you could go look at them. There's a feeling of you not trusting yourself here, and yet you're in a place of wanting to start something new. You're in a place of clearing people away from your life, moving into something, for lack of a better word, more clearer. And yet you're, a little part of you is like, but is it really the right thing to do? And but you're not that good. You're not good enough to do that. Or, you know, like, this is that energy of like shining your light. Is like perhaps you wanting to go back into that passion that you've always wanted to do. Like, maybe you're making that choice to, like, you know what, I've always liked to write, so I'm gonna write a book. Or, you know what, I've always really liked working out, so maybe I should be a fitness coach, you know. Or, wait, I've always liked this, but I've never done it because, well, it just doesn't pay that much, or because everyone's gonna think I'm crazy. It's all this Aquarius. What is going on? You're doubting your abilities. And the Queen of Swords is here to say, yo, what is up with you? Let's get clear here. Let's get clear here. And really look at what it is that you want to do, what fires your soul. Let's get, like, I feel like that's happening here. I think maybe some of you are actually having to cut out people in your life, people that are bringing you down, people that are keeping you in this lack mentality, that are saying, well, that's life, you gotta just like buck it up and live like this all the time. And you're like, and you're like, no man. You're like, no man. But then after, it's like, oh, maybe they're right, you know. So you're a little bit of a dilemma here. It's interesting. But the Justice card shows up, which is another Libra energy, and the Justice is like, yo, let's like get real here. Maybe it is time for you to separate from some people, divorce even. I'm not saying that, but, or you know, it's like finding that balance in your life. And yeah, balance is probably it too. Like, how do you find that balance between doing what you really love, like passionately, and making money from it so that you could pay your rent or your mortgage? So that's what's going on here, Aquarius. I kind of like this actually for you, because it's you actually getting to the root of things in your life and actually trying to understand exactly what it is that you want in your life. It's stepping away from this lack mentality, stepping away from this like, I can't do it, so I can't, bullshit. Because it's showing up twice here. And these two are like, yo, who are you again? Yes, Aquarius. It's time to shine your light. It's time to like do it, what it is that's in your heart. Take that job that you, or move away, do whatever it is that's like, I feel like it's like almost like a clean slate. Like you're needing to just like move on to the next, to the new. Cut up all these doubts and bullshit that's happening in your head, because I feel like you're being like bogged down by it for like linear reasons, you know. Well, because I need to pay my rent, because I need to do this, because what are people going to think about me, what blah blah blah. Get clear and move, or whatever, or do what it is you need to do. And it's okay to find the balance of it, like find the balance how you could do it, but do it, because I think that's the only way it's going to work for you. You need to shine your light, and that by shining your light is doing the things that you love to do, not the things that are like mediocre because they're paying the bills. So your advice is the Page of Cups, which is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, which is, again, I don't know who got this. I feel like Taurus might have gotten this, but the Page of Cups energy is go into your heart. What is it that you like? The Page of Cups, it could be someone younger than you that's coming into your life, to helping you out with this, or it could be, I don't know, with the Justice card, it could be that you're getting married and you're having a child. That could be something, but I really feel like more it's this, like you walking into this portal of love instead of walking into this portal of doubt and like of self-sabotage, of like always seeing the grim part of things. Look at the difference of the colors. Here it's like, well, it's grim, and here it's like purple and pink, and it's love and intuition. Let's go towards that. Stop hating on yourself. Stop like thinking so much. Swords energy, thinking is you. It's all here. Cups, it's go into the emotion of it. I know you don't like to go so much into your emotion, but it's time to go there. It's time to heal yourself and to listen here. I keep saying that to everybody, I think, in this like reading this week. Like listen in. Not listen in. Listen in. It's time to get clear, my beautiful Aquarians. So, your full moon message is trust the universe. Oh my God. I felt like this card too. Trust the universe, which is trust your soul, trust your heart. Yeah, I'm gonna sing for you. And lighten up, people. Lighten the F up, because you gotta shine that freaking light of yours. How are you gonna shine that light of yours? Is to love yourself. Love everything about you. Go back to what makes you happy. Go back to what makes you impassioned in your life, and do it. And find a way to make it work in this reality that we live in. But do it. Like, stop waiting around. Stop giving yourself excuses. It's time to listen in. Amazing. All right, Aquarius. I love you. I hope this helped you to see clearly and to go for it. And check your rising and your moon for other messages. Also like, comment, and subscribe. And this October is going to be heavy. It's coming in at the end of this month. We have some solar eclipses. So it's a good time to start working on our hang-ups here and seeing things clearly. I love you. I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Pisces. So we got transformation. Right. Change is upon you. So what does that mean? Transformation is a death card in a tarot. It's like moving away from an old story, moving into something new, a new energy. Some of you have been hiding a little bit in this little garden of fantasy world and like staying comfortable in it. And it's like, no, it's time to make a change. It's time to move on to that new path. It's time to change direction in your life. Like, change is good, right? We all know that. But if we keep hanging on to the old ways and the old belief systems and the old energies and the stories, and we just stay there, and we just, like, it's like boring. And it's not boring, it's like we're just keep repeating an old pattern. It's time. So let's see what's going on for you. The Eight of Swords is the past energy. The Eight of Swords is, like, if you look at her, she's sitting in this graveyard, I guess, with these swords stuck in the grass, and the swords are all like anxiety, stress, like angst, like worry, pain. It's all like stuck, like she doesn't know how to unstick them. She has a veil on her head. You're like stuck in an old energy. Like you're like unsure of how to get out of something, a relationship, a job, out of like an old relationship, or like your thoughts are stuck somewhere. Let me think. In the current, you have Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles energy is like having put down roots somewhere and watching things grow. This is your challenge, and your future is the Star card, which is the Aquarius energy. it's a beautiful, it's like your past has been filled with angst and worry. Your past, you've never like, you never kind of enjoy your life, Pisces, because you're always so like worried about the future, and when the past, you're living in the past, or you never live in the now moment. You're just all over the place all the time. And that's showing it here, because here in the present moment is like you've like invested in something and it's growing. You've put roots down in a relationship and you're ready to watch it grow. You're like you've put your education to work, right? And it's like now you're watching things are like happening for you slowly. It's like asking you to be patient, but you're so worried all the time that you can't be patient about life, because you're always in the past and you're in your future, and you're never in the now moment. You're never just letting things flow. You're just so like thinking about the millions you're gonna make, or thinking about where you want to be, the house, the this, that, and you're always in the past. Well, this is what happened before, and this is like, I feel so much angst right now for you, because you have the incapability of living right now. And this is that card. It's like, you need to be more patient, because your challenge is, oh my God, your challenge is transformation. It's change. You are in the process of change and you don't want to. You're not ready. You want to stick to your old ways. You want to stick to the ways that you did things before. You want to stick to your old beliefs in your head, and the old stories worked for you, because even though they made you feel like this, by the way, they have always made you feel like, but you're stuck. Wow. Pisces, you're being asked to be patient. You're being asked to ride with the wave and shut down that and just live here, because that's what the transformation is coming, because transformation is the new energy. The new energy requires the new energy is completely new energy. It's like we've never lived it. It's new. It's not written at all. And it's interesting to note that, because we all come from a future. So that's why the future is like, that's why tarot readers or psychics can see the future, because it's already happened. Because we've already lived it, and now we are back from it, rectifying what we did there. But now we are moving into a completely new energy that has never happened. And now is the time for you, Pisces, to write your new story. Why are we keep writing the old story? This is what I did in the past, so I'm going to bring it, like I'm going to continue doing this. No, because it's not going to work in this new energy. And everyone's like, well, what new energy, Sabrina? I don't see it. Well, that it's there and it's happening. So change it up. You have the power in your hands to make a new story, to create a new life experience for yourself. Why don't you want to take that? Because the star card is like, yeah, you change it up, and I'm here, and you'll be the star of the show. You'll be the star. You're gonna going back to your root of that star being that you are. This is like your hopes and dreams coming true. Everything is set up for you. Like, you are going to heal yourself. You're going to find yourself on a very bright future when you are ready to make this change. This is on you, Pisces, to make. So what is the change? Is to say goodbye to the old, say goodbye to the future, and move into the now. Every moment is new. Who you were yesterday is not who you are today. And tomorrow, the same thing. right? You're not going to be the person you were today. This is the beauty of what we're moving into, and it's time to freaking relish in that. And this is, they're giving this to you. So it's time to be patient with yourself. Stop rushing into life. Stop rushing into what you need to do. And you're too much in that old energy. You're too much in the old ways of doing things. It's not working anymore. It's not going to work. None of it is. Everything from yesterday and beyond is not working for today. If we start to think like that and we start to change things like that, wow, man, the world's gonna revolutionize in like a day. It can, if the whole world would think like that. But we're not there yet, so we're right here. So the advice is the Knight of Cups, Pisces. You're showing up in your energy. The Knight of Cups is like romance, right? It's love. It's like, this is very interesting. I think, I don't know who it is. Aquarius and Taurus, and now it's Pisces. The same ideas are coming in here. It's like we need to go back to our hearts. We need to go back to the root of why we're here on this earth. And it's not to live in this personal journey. It's to go to the whole. It's to find the love and to go back into trusting the soul and the heart. That's the only way we make the change. If you're here and you want to make I realize that my readings are not very linear. I really work on a new energy, and that's what it is. So if you're here, that's what's going on. I had to say that because I realized, I was like, But I feel like this is it. You're to move into this new and to get to have your life, your hopes and dreams coming true. I feel like you are walking into kind of like a spotlight role because you've stopped resisting the change. Stop resisting that new energy coming in. Start becoming more patient with yourself and really start listening into the soul. Like I said in the intro, I wake up every morning and say, how can I honor you today? And that's how I follow my life, with that. And that's the Knight of Cups energy, is stepping into your intuition, really trusting in yourself and going with that. You can lead yourself to the next steps if you just empty this and trust this. So I'm going to give you one last card for your Aries full moon. Don't feel it. See the bigger picture. Perfect. Like look back, step back, which is the Hangman, which is Pisces. Step back and look at the bigger picture around you and stop playing in that little part of you. There's a lot of little part of you that, like maybe even at work, at in your family life, you're just like, you keep holding on to the what didn't work with them or what worked, and instead of like looking at it at the global scale of what is happening around you. There's big change happening in your life, but you're harping on the little details of an old energy. Are you harping on details that are not important? And then the other card is work through your feelings. So work through your feelings is like say goodbye to all this. This is just keeping you down. It's keeping you from making these changes in your life. It's keeping you from moving into the next on the next path, on the next direction. But your life is opening itself up to you, and it's like, hey, why aren't you like just jumping in and doing something? You're just thinking a lot here. And it's like it's all set up for you. If you just be patient and you wait for things to roll, you'll see that you will become the star of the show, right? You'll be healed. You will find your way. You will find your way to the millions if that's what you're looking for. You will find your way to like, for me, it's more healing within. So you just need to know to listen here, and that's all. All right, my beautiful Pisces, I love you. I'll see you next week. Check your rising and your moon. Also like, comment, and subscribe. This October is transformative for everybody. We are in a process of settling into our energies, settling into our bodies, so that the solar eclipse and lunar eclipse that are coming up at the end of the month will be easier to partake in. So I love you, and I'll see you then. Bye, next week.